Welcome back to Vietnam in Focus. Now we want to take you closer to the landscape of Vietnam. If you just take a look at this map here, you'll find that this country is stretched out north to south with massive beachfront. And this has made beach tourism here in the country very popular.
The potential, of course, attracts many companies to develop property projects on the coastal areas. Some of the biggest tourism real estate projects developed now are made close to the beach.
White sandy beaches are a familiar sight in Vietnam. With close to 3,500 kilometers of coastline, the beach area is wide open to development in tourism real estate. Resorts, hotels, and even residential development projects are attracting visitors and investors.
I think obviously being voted as Forbes one of the best beaches, that shows you that this beach is a huge advantage for tourists. And I think also, especially now with some of the unrest in Thailand, a lot of guests will start to look for other locations for beach break.
Fresh air and being close to the city are the two reasons I prefer visiting beach here.
In recent years, investments into Vietnam's real estate sector have increased sharply. In 2010, there was even more FDI capital pouring into real estate market than in processing, manufacturing, and power distribution sectors. Real estate became the biggest sector in FDI attraction with more than $6.7 billion. For tourism real estate, the growth is also supported by steady increase in the tourism sector. Compared to 2009, the number of tourists visiting Vietnam as of November 2010 was already up by 36.5%. With the big potentials in tourism property, it has made it possible for some developers to dream big. International standard resorts and townships are now in progress. Some are still on paper, but some are already in the earlier stages of development.
But in the current conditions of the economy, some companies have to go further to promote their projects and attract more financial backing.
This vast land is planned to be the biggest man-made township in Vietnam, although nothing much can be seen of the project right now. The project is called Saigon SunBay, a 600-hectare eco-tourism urban project in Cần Giờ area, just in the outskirts of Ho Chi Minh City. The developers boast a dream of an international standard residential development by the sea. The total initial investment for the project is at $1.4 billion. This price tag comes with a plan to cover the whole beach area with white sand. The project is expected to take 5 years just to develop the infrastructure alone, while the control phase will start after 2016. Other similarly scaled projects are also under development here in Vietnam. For instance, the MGM Grand Ho Cham project in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu area, and also the Diamond Island project, which promotes the natural surrounding and flora along the Saigon River. For most developers, this is said to be the first time they build projects on such a scale. Other than skill and experience, the projects also need big funding. Developers for Saigon SunBay and Diamond Island promoted their projects at international exhibitions such as CNBC Asia 2010 in Hong Kong. According to experts, now is the crucial time to get all the capital needed and start the projects.
If you wait 3 to 5 years, I think it may be too late. You have to really invest in the infrastructure in the early days and really have a vision for how Vietnam and its various destinations will grow over the next 10 to 15 years.
At the event, many foreign investors showed interest in the potential projects. However, some also pointed out the importance of effective managerial approach of the project, especially on such a big scale.
When you master plan such a big project, an investor can come in at one level in relation to the whole project, or it is so large you can break it down into smaller projects, and it may be easier for some investors to just invest in particular plots of land rather than the whole project.
Hopeful expectations and challenges, the two sides are dreaming big. For some developers in Vietnam, this is a chance to transform the landscape of tourism real estate in the country. The white beaches on the coastline will have more things to offer with new projects blooming about. But the developers also have to build strong financial and promotion plans in order to make sure that their projects are up and running and that the dream